working on basics, nothing very fancy, and the target for this live broadcast would be anybody who's interested in starting karate and understanding the fundamental movements, the basic movements. Okay, the message is gone. The basic movements that we use in karate. We're going to start with something very simple. So, thumbs in, hands together, hands on the sides of the legs, hands move slightly to the front as we bow. And onegaishimasu. Please will you work with me? Please will you train with me today? Alright. 1, 2, 3. The most basic way of making a fist. 1, 2, 3. Chamber or hikite, pulling back motion. And not here, not here. Basically parallel to the floor. So the underside of your arm parallel to the floor. And the most basic technique, although not defensive, offensive, is punching. Alright? We want to concentrate the front two knuckles in our basic. So, front two knuckles, turn, out, turn. Turn, out and turn. The hands must work together. So as one hand is pulling, the other hand is extending. I don't like to say pushing, it should be exploding. So, both hands are working equally. So, Jodanzuki, target, chin, base of the nose, and throw it. Chudanzuki, you'll notice that when my hands come out, they don't go center on this particular punch, they go to the floating ribs. And this is a common thing that we're looking at. And the reality is when we start hitting here, we're starting to try and break ribs and to affect internal organs. And again, that rotation movement. And Gedanzuki. Alright, people tend to hit very low. That doesn't make much sense. You want to hit probably a bottom of your belly button, so that your hand can penetrate and go inward. And the idea behind that is 45 degrees down, from there going into that base of your tummy, and you're going towards the organs like the bladder. Okay, so a lot of the time, it's not just hitting a person in the guts, it's trying to hit to a deeper point. So, basic punch. So, Jodan, Chidan, Gedan. Jodan, Chidan, Gedan. Jodan, Chidan, Gedan. Jodan, Chidan, and Gedan. Alright, so 3 heights, and we often train this as a very, very basic idea. The next thing we want to work on, if we're doing punches to the face, executing triple punches, because that allows us to develop equal symmetry on both hands. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Same idea, Chudan. And the same idea, Gedan. Alright, so those are sets of 2. So, face, chest, stomach. Next set of ideas I'd like to bounce off of everybody is the idea of receiving techniques. What we generally call blocking techniques are composite movements that you'd never see in the street. I've never seen a person take a kamae in the street like this. I've never heard a person tell me I'm going to hit you in the face and step and hit with a straight punch. And I've never seen a person block in a street fight with a high block or a chest block or a low block like this. You use a piece of it. Standing, somebody punches, they're hitting for your head, you might do this. This is what you extract from the composite technique. It's a composite, it's not a simple technique. And for everybody who's starting karate and you start saying, why do you make me do these movements? It is to teach your body how to move and to teach a lot of ideas in a tiny little snippet. So, good chamber, hand parallel to the floor, one fist from your hairline. I always say where your watch is, on your center line, and I don't like the idea of a perfectly upright elbow because you're losing the structural strength from your muscles. Tend to like the idea of pulling and tightening down on the lat and the trap and the deltoid. So, up and round. Okay? There's a component there, there's a component there, component there, component there. To the basic eye, 4 movements. You ready? So, a secret block, an uppercut, a big block, and an elbow strike. A secret block, uppercut, face block, and an elbow strike. And again, I'm using block because this is the word that most people understand, but the reality is it should be the word receive. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is what we want to be able to train. Singles, then triples. Middle level. Secret block, across the body, big block. Secret block, cross, and big block. The moment we start getting too much into winding up and releasing, we're taking a little bit too long. The other problem that we tend to see is that a lot of people are blocking the vacant space to the left or to the right of the body. There's nothing there, so why block that? You need to protect this hand position in front of the body. One fist, elbow, one fist from those floating ribs we were aiming for earlier on the punch. One fist away there. Pinky to shoulder in a line. Cover across your body. Move up and around. Slide up, slide down. Tightening again. Tightening and tightening. And the sense of pressing with the back of the hand. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A lot of the time, you will see Goju practitioners, the stylists of Goju Ryu karate will be breathing, and the movements are done slow. My breathing is audible now, so you can hear it. The reality is that it's usually not an audible breathing system. Other schools, you definitely will have audible breathing. I'm still breathing, but it's silent. And then obviously the Foster variant, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Low block. Gedan harai or gedan barai. Or gedan harai uke, gedan harai uchi. This is probably the most controversial technique in some ways, because everybody's trying to give it a name that they can relate to in English, or in Spanish, or in French, or in German, where the Japanese name is a description. It's a reaping movement. So, a lower reaping, receiving technique is the best way, I think, to describe it. How you use it, up to you. So there's secret block, big block, elbow, secret block, big block, elbow. This is the terminology I'm using the whole time in my dojo. Complete. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 times on most of the techniques to help us develop speed and power. So, in a basic recap, I do face punch, I do triple face punch, I do triple face block, and I do single face block. Next one, chest punch, chest block, triple chest punch, triple chest block. Third one, low punch, low block. Triples on the blocking and the punching. And this leads us to the first set of prescribed training drills that you see in many Goju Ryu dojos. These are the Sandan exercises or Sanbon exercises. So my real piece of information for my friends in the Goju Ryu world is basically most of us will understand an idea of from there some kind of kamae or yoi, and then 1, 2, 3 in Sanchen Dutch, 1, 2, 3 in Sanchen Dutch, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Basic Sanbon exercise, very elementary, using Sanchen Dachi. but can also be trained in Zenkutsudachi, Shikodachi, and Nekoashidachi. So using more than one stance. My general feel when I see other people and I'm at seminars is that we always end up just doing Sanchindachi. Very few places train Zenkutsudachi, Shikodachi, or Nekoashidachi, yet those stances appear in our kata. So if you want to do a little bit more advanced, you would then move on to, let's say, cat stance, stepping, cat stance, 1, 2, and 3. Back, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And so on for the whole exercise. The reality is when you do this, anybody who's a practical martial artist will say to you, why are you stepping in such an unstable position? It is fundamentals, just to teach your body how to move. Best way to practice that obviously would be sideways. Sideways. Okay? And that makes more sense. Next thing I would like to work on is the Sandan-gi exercise, 3-level training. And I'm going to work on the idea that I'm going to use slightly different stepping pattern to what is the prescribed pattern in the school, which is Sanchin, Sanchin, Shikodachi. For grading and testing, Sanchin, Sanchin, Shikodachi. But for training and personal growth, Sanchin, Zenkutsudachi, Shikodachi, and that is allowing me to develop my Zenkutsudachi as well. So exercise 1 is this pattern. Face, chest, stomach. Corresponding attack, face, chest, stomach. Face, chest, stomach. Exercise pattern number 2. Face, stomach, chest. Face, stomach, chest. Face, stomach, chest. Face, stomach, chest. Exercise pattern 3. Chest, face, stomach, chest, face, stomach. Chest, face, stomach. Chest, face, stomach. Alright? Chest, this is pattern 4. Stomach, face. Chest, stomach, face. Chest, stomach, face. Chest, stomach, face. Pattern 5. Stomach, face, chest. Stomach, face, chest. Stomach, face, chest. Stomach, face, chest. And last one, number 6. Stomach, chest, face. Stomach, chest, face. Now, if you crunch all the bits, you will see that some of them are recurring principles. So face, chest, stomach will repeat itself, but your start point and your end point will be different. And what I like to do is I like to couple it directly onto the pattern of stepping that I was talking about earlier on. So if I start and we go with let's take something in the middle. Chest, then we move face, then we move stomach. Moving back, chest, face, stomach. And I would always practice 6. So chest, face, and stomach. And the hope is that if I can give you enough pointers on this and you're interested in karate, just with these exercises and building your stances and your stepping, you will be entertained and working on basics and fundamentals for probably a couple of months. The more you do this, the better you become at kata, because it helps develop the body's ability to step. It also gives you a little bit of a better chance to work on your stances. Like I said, most of the time when we do sunborn exercises, we generally see people only doing Sanchindachi. We should be training in Zenkutsudachi, Shikodachi, and Nekoashidachi. So we should train 4 stances. And if you can, and you know how, try and do a 5th and a 6th stance. Try and see if you can use Kokutsudachi, Ben Sukudachi, etc. And see how it works for your body. The idea is learning how to move. The idea is not learning how to fight. It's teaching your body how to move. Learning how to fight comes from breaking down these training drills and utilizing them in a different pattern, in a different place. So, this will be the end of my first video this morning. This video is for beginners. It is geared around the principles of face, chest, stomach, punching and blocking techniques, and on utilizing Sanchin, Zenkutu-dachi, Shikodachi stances, plus if you're going to try, you can do Nekowasi-dachi stance. This is very much for beginners. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu.